Well, hello, hello, hello. I am Dr. Liz Blanding.
Hello, hello, hello. I am Coach Michael Bart Mathews, and we are the co-founders of the FYMOC, Finding Your Moment of Clarity Transformational System. But today, we're here to talk about the 13 guideposts to building and growing and scaling your business. See, we all don't have to be perfect. We just have to be ready to get out there and do it. So with that being said, let's get right into guidepost number 1. So grab a pen or grab a piece of paper because all 13 nuggets are worth taking notes on. Nugget number 1, I don't need to know my target market. Well, let me give you an example of a target market and why you really need to know your target market. Let's use one of the most sought after basketball players ever in the country. His name was Lou Alcindor, but now his name is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So now let's move up to the NBA level with the scouts. Now, the college ranks in basketball are the pro scouts' target market for talent. So what if one of the coaches did not know his target market, did not know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the #1 player in the nation, and did not know about college basketball, but he went to high school and just picked somebody on a high school team? Don't you know that he would have been fired? Yes, he would have been fired. So no, that's a basketball analogy. A lot of people know basketball. So just knowing your target market will fit. So what is a target market in the business world? Well, for Dr. Liz and myself, we'll just share some of our target markets with you all. And some can be authors, speakers, coaches, consultants, thought leaders, influencers, content creators, and small business owners. Now, within that target market, guess what? You have an avatar, just like in basketball. An avatar in basketball is the #1 best player in the nation. That should be your avatar as a coach if you want to choose them. Now, in business, your avatar is the average or above average man or woman. Because yes, you want to know who you're targeting within your target market that you're going to go search for your avatar. So is it a male or female, or is it a married couple? What is the age range? Is it going to be a millennial, Generation X, or a baby boomer? Because each of these age ranges needs a different target marketing to deal with their status and information. What is their marital status? What is their income status? What are their demographics? For example, just to name a few. So those are the 2 keys within your target market and your avatar that's a must need and a must have. Dr. Liz?
All right, all right. So number 3, or the third guidepost, my company is too small. I can't compete with the big boys. Wow. What we have to understand is that all companies started with a thought. So they started with the thought and then they grew and expanded. And the other thing is that they build, and then they build. Just like with building a house, you have to have a solid foundation and you build on that foundation. So thinking that your company is too small, no, you want to run out the gate with all of your, building blocks in a row, and you just take it 1 block at a time. So again, just remember, all businesses was a thought. So you had that thought of what you wanted your business to be, and now you became a business. So no business is too small, okay? Not for advertising and marketing, because we all need an advertising and marketing plan. And that takes us into guidepost number 4. Advertising and marketing is the same. Now we have a special treat for you today. We have special coaches that are going to, or special guest coaches that are going to give you the difference between the marketing and advertising. I'm going to share my screen with you really quickly here, and here they are. So grab your pens and pick up your pens and grab that paper and take a listen.
Hello. Glad to be with you again. We're going to talk about 3 important aspects: marketing, branding, and advertising. But we won't take too much of your time, but we'll get into that a little bit later. As I'm speaking, you can also just read the definition of marketing that we have here, and I will read it a little bit later after I finish speaking. But let me just share a short story about the difference between marketing, branding, advertising, and the word hosting. Most people think hosting is marketing, branding, and advertising. But let's use this as an example. You go out to trimming and his finger looking good. And you're just so happy that you pull out your mobile phone, you take a picture of it, and you immediately post it on Facebook. So guess what happens? There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not a chef, if you're not selling or making any of those products that you posted, then you're giving the restaurant that you just paid, and now you're paying to post for another company that has nothing to do with this current statement right here, marketing. Marketing is the action you take to connect and engage with potential customers, with the goal being transitioning them into paying clients who purchase your products or services. So in the earlier example, if you're not a chef, if you don't own a restaurant, why are you posting for other companies that pay you zero to do the posting? So this is a selfish part right here for business owners, but we should take the marketing, branding, and advertising more seriously. Branding. Branding is what you do when branding is what you do and how you actively shape and mold your brand into a local, national, and internationally known company. Building a reputation by establishing what makes you unique in the social and global marketplace. Again, later on in some slides, you will definitely have examples of branding, from personal branding, global branding, celebrity branding, and you will see the difference in branding and how branding actually works. Advertising is the act of marketing by way of communicating a sponsored, non-personal message to promote and sell a product, service, or your ideas. Remember, it says your ideas, not to post that 5-star meal from the restaurant that you went to that you don't have a stock in, you're not an owner, and you're not a chef. So that post does you any good except for you're out over good time, which is still cool to do. But in terms of business building, it does you no good. And why not do it around the world? This is actually the recipe for business growth. You can start off in Canada, then come down to the United States, and further down to South America, then further east over to the beautiful continent of Africa. For me, specifically in South Africa, where most of my friends and business partners are. A little further east over to Australia, then we come up northwest just a little bit back up to Russia, and even communist China. Meaning, if you market, brand, and advertise correctly, your business can go global from your cell phone, your laptop, or your computer. We'll see you in the next lesson.
Wow, what an amazing lesson on marketing and advertising your business. Coach Mike?
Well, thank you, Dr. Liz. Guidepost number 5. There is no need to market to my existing customers. Well, have you all heard the cost of customer acquisition versus the cost of customer retention? Which one do you think is more costly? You can write that answer down on your paper. Which one do you think is more costly? The cost to acquire a new customer 9 times out of 10 is more costly than the cost to retain a current customer. Why? Because with your current customer base, you've already built the know, the like, and trust factor. They've already got into one of your programs. They've already liked your service. They've already gained results from what you delivered. You delivered on your promise. You delivered on your brand promise, and they are happy campers. So based on their other needs and what your products and services have to offer the particular existing customer, it will be much easier to build, grow, and scale your company with your existing customers, along with new customer cost of acquisition, because you still need both to build, grow, and scale. But do not neglect the loyal supporters, the loyal customers who entrusted you with their hard-earned investment dollars for you to perform a specific task for them in return for payment. So those are the differences right there. I kind of think I nailed that. Guidepost number 6. Marketing only generates new customers. No, just like we talked about in guidepost number 5, marketing really gives the current existing customer base a lot more to know about you because you are not directly marketing to them, and could be your avatar, so you could market directly to your existing customer base, or if they just stumble upon some of your marketing, branding, and advertising, or you just invite them in, they will see that you have much more added value to offer than when they first hired you to perform a product or a service for their particular company. So that means it is generally good to market to new customers, and more importantly, to keep your current customer base informed, up to date with the knowledge of your products and services, and also what's new, what's coming out, what's around the next horizon with where your company is going, what you have to offer, and what added value they can receive through your consistent marketing, branding, and advertising to your current customer base as well. Right, Dr. Liz?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I hope you're taking some great notes here. Guidepost number 7. I need a big budget and lots of time to market. No, 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 not true. A big budget, no. What we do need is a budget. Okay, so we can start with a small budget, and then as we grow, we can add to that budget. But don't think that a few pennies here and a few pennies there don't make a difference, because think about it. When you have a bucket and you drop water in it, it may not seem like a lot of water in there, but when you keep dropping those droplets in water, all of a sudden it fills up. So again, there is you don't have to have a huge budget or a lot of time. Okay, for example, I did a post on yesterday, and like a light came on, right? There we go. Like light came on because I was trying to learn how to tie a tie. Learn how to tie a tie. I had to teach myself how to tie a tie in a day. And I kept trying and kept trying and kept trying. What it says, our next guidepost, which is number 8, says social media is too difficult to understand. So understanding about the social media and all of that, I needed to understand and learn how to do that. So I took the tie and I finally learned how to do it. And so what I'm getting to is that it's all in a state of mind. Okay, so if I think and I say social media is too difficult for me, if I say that, and that's how I'm going to operate. But if I don't say that to myself, but I say it's something that I can do, something that I can learn, then I just take it one step at a time, and then it happens, just like the light came on, right? So I learned how to tie a tie. Yay for me. So just like I learned it, you can learn social media as well. Coach Mike?
Oh, that was a great example. Great example. Social media is there and it's easy to learn. Just shouldn't be afraid of it. Thank you, Doc. I'm going to take a water break.
All right.
See, I'm marketing for the Chicago Bulls. I'm advertising for the Chicago Bulls. I don't get paid to do it. I don't get paid to do it. See, so that's another example. Guidepost number 9, all marketing delivers results. I did that on purpose. See, I'm holding up a Chicago Bulls cup and I'm marketing, but what results do I get for marketing this Chicago Bulls cup? Zero, zip, nada, no dinero, no mucha, no money. So that's an example of when you market and you're not marketing with intention, one of your products or your services for yourself and your business partner, it's good to align yourself with an accomplished brand. So that's something I did accomplish with that one move. But in terms of monetizing that one scene that you saw, more so the Bulls would be on the higher end of the monetization scale, because more people might, oh, I'm gonna watch the Bulls tonight. Thanks, Mike, for showing the cup. But the Bulls don't send me a check. So that's just an example of marketing and branding, unintentional or intentional. Number 10, marketing does not require consistency. How wrong can you be? If you're old school, you remember this sign by Jackie Gleason. How sweet it is. When you market with intention and consistency, guess what that does? It lets people get to know you. They get to like you. They get to trust you. They get familiar with you, and you become a household name in your community and your tribe, and you get organic followers or likes or people who don't even know you that happen to be looking for the same products and services that you are consistent with intentional marketing and branding and advertising on as many of the social media platforms that you decide to use. At least use one as to come out the gate. But there are many social media platforms that you all can use as well, which I won't market or brand them either right now, just to be consistent with the message that we're delivering. But that's what the process kind of looks like in those terms, Doc.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest misconceptions there is in business and well, small business is I can grow and scale my company without marketing. Okay. And one of the biggest results that we get for our clients is, first of all, again, like the light bulb coming on, helping them to understand that without marketing your business or even understanding the concept of marketing, your business it's going to, you may get a few referrals, but when you actually do, like Coach Mike said, market with intention, now now okay, I market to a set amount of people. It's a numbers game. So I market to a certain amount of people. I'm going to get a certain amount of results. So it's like it's calculating what type of income you want, and projecting the income, and then setting the steps in order to be able to have that type of income, and also to be able to reach those type of reach clients or reach your client base, right? And again, so without marketing and without advertising, and we treat our clients that all the time. That is key. That's a key point in the success of your business. The second is what Coach Mike was just talking about old school marketing. Old school is for the birds. No. So there's a lot of, new technology and, and getting in front of your clients in the social media realm or different platforms. But, word of mouth is still one of your best forms of advertising. And so it is so important that you take care of those customers, like what Coach Mike said about customer retention, making sure that you value those loyal customers because they are spending their valuable dollars with you. Right, Coach Mike?
Exactly. And that brings us to the 13th and final guidepost for this session. And that is marketing is easy and I don't need a coach. Well, here's a short story for all generations because this show has been on ever since I was a kid. And I'm a middle baby boomer, and I've watched this show now with my grandkids and they still love it too. And it's called Bewitched with my girl Samantha and Darren Stevens. Well, in that Darren Stevens was an advertiser, worked for Mr. Tate in the advertising agency. If you all really kind of know back the show, if you don't, kind of look at the show. And every time something happens with the advertising agency, meaning they have a big contract offer with a big company, they come into the office and Mr. Tate gives the assignment to coach Darren Stevens. So why am I calling Coach Darren Stevens the coach? Because it was Darren Stevens' job in Bewitched to come up with the marketing, branding, and advertising budget, the plan, the drawings, and even take him to dinner to smooch him a little bit until he can get the assignment for Mr. Tate and his company. Even though Mr. Tate was the owner, Darren Stevens was the coach because he executed the play-by-play action. So with all that said, that brings us into this comment right here. And once you start implementing any or all of the 13 guideposts that we just spoke about earlier about marketing, branding, and scaling your business, you will begin to gain a lot of things. Now, let me take the word things out and tell you what those things are. You will gain credibility in the marketplace because people are starting to know who you are. You will become more visible because you are consistently marketing and branding. You will be seen as the authority in your niche or industry because you are talking about your unique selling proposition. You can increase both your personal and business brand, which allows people to get to know, like, and trust you just a little bit more than a little bit more than a little bit more than your competitor. And also you can become the go-to influencer and make an impact in the lives of others with consistent, intentional marketing, branding, and advertising. I am Coach Michael Bart Mathews.
And I am Dr. Liz Blanding. When you change the way you look at things, things you look at change. If not now, then when? Stay tuned. Tell a friend. Bring a friend. See you in the next video. 2022 is the year for you.